Real talk. Wrong button. If you're wondering, bruh. If you're wondering why I am on this game instead of like Call of Duty or something, Call of Duty, no problem. I just felt like playing it, so I don't know if that one guy that wanted to play before is going to, oh, I don't know if it picked normal mode or not, or the, oops. It did. Accidentally picked the wrong. Right, edit video. It's kind of goofy that it doesn't. I clicked edit video. Okay? They're just taking hella long. You have to come in here, click this, and then click that. You know what I mean? But yeah, if whoever, I don't remember his YouTube name, but if that sucker stops by, you're free to join. I mean, he could have joined last time, even though we were barely gonna be on after that. But alright. Let me get this thumbnail popping. I got a new funny thumbnail for today, so I'll be saving it here in a second. I think it's pretty funny, so. Alright, streams, hold up, wait a minute. We put some chili in it. Alright. Yeah, I randomly felt like playing this again, so I know I said, oh yeah, probably not gonna play it anymore. And by game, I mean normal mode of this, like, DLC / preview. I don't know, but I don't even know why they made this, to be honest. Like, they could have just added a special event to the different Borderlands games, you know what I mean? It's like, add a random special Wonderlands event to the first game, second game, and that's really all you need to do in third game, but like, you don't really gotta do I mean, you really only had to do Borderlands 3, but new thumbnail is saved, by the way, if anybody wants to check it out. It's pretty funny, but yeah, I figured they would just made it an event in like Borderlands 3, since that, at the very least, since it's pretty much using that same engine, more or less. But if anybody wants to join, it is already, well, it should still be, let me actually check. Yeah, it is on friends only. I'm not going to put it on public because I don't want random goofies joining at the moment, so you can always just send me a friend request if I am not on your friends list yet. This music is like hella loud, low key. Alright. Oh my lord. Alright. I forgot that I had the volume up on this. Oops. Alright. Yeah, let me get that going.
You've entered the town of Flame.
While I hop over here.
In the distance, you see the town's scouting blimps. Always alert in case of battles and stuff. What you gonna do now?
Stop playing this game.
Let's talk to some town folk.
Yeah, why is like...
Grand idea.
Let me turn the monitor down even more, I guess. Your mama. Alright.
Gone missing. Maybe her bodyguard Eleanor knows where she went.
If the queen doesn't return, we shall never see the
Alrighty.
sun
But yeah, I
again.
don't know. I might, because I was thinking of either hopping on this or like Plants vs. Zombies, because I didn't really feel like playing Call of Duty tonight, I'm not gonna lie. But I just randomly felt like playing this game, so that's why we're on this game. But if y'all missed it, trying to do this while I'm trying to get the chat open.
The
Because this is
bodyguard
just like the intro stuff, so I
Oh,
can
whoops.
just sit
Forgot to
here
put her piece on
for this
board.
dog shit dialogue.
Girl looks like she got a problem.
I'd punch her problems.
I talked to her in character.
Bunch your kitties, more like that. Oh, alright.
Good morrow, fair maiden. Does something trouble you?
The queen is missing. She went
The
to
queen is
the forest
missing.
to
What you told?
world.
Kitty in Borderlands, oh my lord.
So where'd she go?
Lowering the volume a little bit
She
still,
said
because I don't know
something
why
about
it...
using the tree alive to undo the curse. That must be where she's going.
And so your purpose became clear. You gotta go to the forest and help the queen.
Alright, gotta get the chat open here in just a second. Not that anybody cares. But, alrighty. Real talk. Yeah, today's thumbnail is actually pretty funny. I don't take credit for it. Well, I put Wings' face on it, but I don't take credit for the meme. Because, I stole it and then, just put Wings' face on it and edited a little bit. So.
Nobody's technically allowed in the forest since the world went dark, but the gatekeeper's a real pushover. Just tell him I sent you.
But yeah, I felt like getting on this bullshit a little bit. Now I don't know
Stay still.
if I'm actually going to finish the quote New Game Plus playthrough or not, but we'll see. That's a problem with this game. It has like projectiles like that. There's no real way to okay, no real way to dodge them. You know what I mean?
Wasn't even close.
Because there's no like crazy movement or dodging. Because I mean, you can't like in a game like Dark Souls or something, or like Bloodborne, you can't really call like the dodging and movement
Yes,
like crazy, but
it's too dangerous to go alone.
because it's just based off of what the enemies can also do. You know what I mean? So
Time out. I gotta take this.
that's why Anthem was so good. I know Suckers just all dogpile on that game because, you know, hive mind NPC tendencies. They're like, oh, yeah, everybody like Suckers, since they can't think for themselves and have no inner voice, you know, they can't actually form their own opinion or hold their own opinion or even hold an opinion.
The village is scouting
So.
the fire weapon because reasons.
If that didn't make sense, you're probably an NPC, son. Just find a place more your speed. Or all they do is talk about the... Yeah, oh, speaking of the... I don't know what the debacle is, but apparently people are out there now, like, why was that missing? It's like BG earlier when I was watching him play Seafoods. It's like, I was like, oh, that dog's not dodge, you're not pushing the button. It's like it sounded like DSP. Okay, not as bad as DSP, let's be honest. DSP just thinks him mashing the button repeatedly, go like, see how I'm pushing X to jump? He would like be mashing it, and go, why is my character not jumping 50 times in 1 second? Or like, why is my character not dodging? I'm pushing the dodge button 50 times. It's like, bro, you realize you have to time the dodges in games like that, right? You can't just, it's not a brain-dead retard game where you can just spam the button and the game is like, oh yeah, they pushed the dodge, so you dodged. But that's kind of funny. I mean, I haven't watched DSP play it live because I don't follow him because his content is boring. Like, it's basically just like 99% him crying about needing money from donations. And like 1% or like 0.9% him getting destroyed in whatever game he's playing. And like 0.05% actually playing. And then the other 0.05% is just him being a retard, and it doesn't fit in any of those categories. So, I don't know. I was watching BG play, but that sucker, like, he does the same thing in Dark Souls games, where he just plays it so ridiculously slow, where it's just like him sitting there and taking 20 minutes to figure out one pattern of one enemy, and he's like sitting there studying it, and like, oh, okay, so that's how that, and then he restarts the thing. But what's up, Justin Toga? Real talk. Hope you're doing well today, pimp. Wings is such a bitch he can't even have kids. Well, real talk. Yeah, I mean, technically, he might be able to, I guess, if they did like artificial impregnation or whatever. But I don't know. It's like the world not having it. Yeah, Mother Nature said, yeah, this fat ass doesn't need to be having any kids. Let's just stop that, real talk. Punch the ball. Oh yeah, this is the. You gotta punch that guy, and then you gotta stand here, so you don't have to waste your time chasing him.
Bitch! That is unacceptable.
Hope you're doing well today. Yep, we're just out here chilling on this for a little bit, probably only like an hour or so, but we'll see. So.
Tina, this makes no sense. Torg is ruining.
Because I already beat the normal mode thing, but I figured, oh yeah, look how his hitbox was still there. Y'all saw that? But I just randomly felt like playing this bullshit a little bit. The Tiny Tina Wonderlands preview. Woo! Like, they should have given each of the classes like a random new ability, just for the fuck of it. Be like, here's a random spell to celebrate Tiny Tina's Wonderlands coming out March 25th, exactly 1 month after Elden Ring. Let's be honest, Elden Ring is probably going to be Game of the Year. We're all going to, like... And by I said that, I don't mean... Well, I guess I technically could win the Game of the Year award as well, but because Sekiro won that whatever year that came out, so...
Anyway, I'm called Dabbling, the gate.
But for the Game Awards, it's always like some generic open world bullshit that wins it. Except for that one year that Overwatch won. Everybody was freaking out. Like, what the hell? How did this bullshit win? I don't even remember what games came out that year, too, but... Keep up the good work, real talk. Appreciate you stopping by, my guy. But, or some might say, pimp. Oh, well, but yeah, that, Elden Ring is looking a little crazy. I know they put out, like, more info on all the other classes. Well, I don't know if they put out info on all of them now, but I haven't really looked at any of it. So, I'm like going raw, real talk. For the most part, anyway. Like, because with Elden Ring, I don't know exactly what I'm gonna want my setup to be, but because at the moment I was thinking of either doing a Legolas bow build or like a Gandalf type magic build, but we'll see. Can't wait to see Wings at 500 pounds. Real talk, he'll probably be speedrunning there. Like, if we're being completely honest, he'll probably be 500 early next year. You know what I mean? About like, or I don't know, maybe like early March next year. I mean, I don't know, it kind of depends. He might get to it way earlier, because who knows what his actual weight is. Because he admitted he's over 400 like a month ago, so you could probably assume right now he's probably like approaching 430, so if I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah, what Big Lily style said. You stick to the main road.
Which is kind of crazy, like, considering he got the surgery, like, how that, I don't know how, like, there's gotta be magical or some bullshit if he, if he's literally gaining weight that quick after the surgery, because he was like, oh, Dad, you won't be gaining weight until, like, 10 years or more after the surgery. Meanwhile, he gained it all back, like, 2 months after the surgery. I've been sending him cases of Pepsi. I mean, that's funny how the trolls are like getting him from every angle with stuff like that now. It's funny because he can't resist eating the food. He's like, oh, y'all stop handing me these salads, we'll talk. But, oh, man. I mean, you know, like, when he gets the food and says, oh, well, I'm gonna throw this away, you know he gets that junk out after the stream and eats it. I mean, there's no way he just throws that out. I mean, if it's like some troll thing, like those, like, lettuce and onion salads or something, he's not eating that, but, you know.
Over here.
I mean, or he could, like, at the very least, give that some of it to his dogs and cats and stuff, but...
Curses, a dead end. There must be some way through.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's like, I don't even like Pepsi. Drinks it every day. Well...
This is orcish writing.
But yeah, I'm gonna skip all the side missions, so if I, like, get to a part where we're not leveled enough,
Whatever.
that's probably where I'll just chalk it, because I just wanted to randomly hop on this and play a New Game Plus for a little bit, so...
It's a squishy thing that grows on the trees over here.
But yeah, like what I was talking about earlier, though, I didn't finish what I was saying. Apparently, I don't know, like, what streamers are talking about it, but there's a bunch of, like, infighting going on with some big streamers are talking about people who are just, like, react streamers, or whatever you want to call it. It's like, because they're getting mad, but... He didn't take the last yoo-hoo I sent him. The last yoo-hoo. What do you call it?
Silence.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't know how people drink yoo-hoo. It's not really that good. But, like, it's alright, but it's not, like, oh, let me order 50 cases and chug them every day. Like Wings does, but...
Please stop.
But yeah, like, I remember that back in, like, middle school or something, where, like, everybody was like, oh man, yoo-hoo is the best thing ever. But like I was saying, I don't know what streamers are saying that or what, but I thought, let's not fight the guy that's level 21. That happened last time in that other area, but, like, to me, saying that doesn't make sense, because technically, if you're playing a video game, you are, you know, using somebody else's content, so to speak. You know what I mean? So,
Throwing grenade.
like, yeah, you're playing the game, but the game was created by somebody else, so you're using, like, it's the same thing as watching somebody else play a game on your stream. It's like, oh, well, you're using their content, and then that person is using the game dev's content, so.
Say the blood fruit grew on the tree.
Why is that such a...
Grab the fruit without killing the
Yeah,
creepers?
Dooku.
Now
Part of me
where
wanted
was
to
I?
just watch the Duke of York fight it out, because now I'm probably gonna die, unfortunately. But yeah, I found that hilarious. Like there's like all like that one. His name, I don't know. He has like 1,000 different names. That's AIDS. Bruh. I'm trying to. Don't move. Oh, that's bullshit. You can't kill it when you're down. Oh, I guess you can, but it just takes whatever. We kind of got bamboozled by the level, because that's like the secret MMORPG enemy of the area or whatever, where it's like, oh yeah, you gotta come back to fight the higher level enemy later, because that's what this DLC is all about, being a MMORPG clone or whatever. But I guess that was kind of a death warp. So, because now we're back here right away. Well, speedrun! But yeah, that was like that guy, like, people call him, like, Critical or Penguins or some bullshit like that. Guy who has the really thin, greasy black hair, long black hair. And his hairline is, like, really bad, but he tries to hide it with the, by having really long hair. But, which I'm surprised, like, DSP doesn't try to do something like that. But they don't got the low tier gall hairline to talk. But yeah, see, because all his content is stealing content from other people, either through
Where's your birdie?
games like I just said, or like reacting.
What happened to Bloodwing?
But I don't know, because I just saw somebody complaining about him making a video about that, so I don't know what side he was actually on. I'm just assuming that our character is really underleveled right now. Woo.
Stop slugging.
I should probably... We still melt them because of our one ability, though, because they're weak to acid. But yeah, so I don't know what that whole debacle was about, because I don't care enough to click on the critical guy's video to figure out what side he's on, so I'll just roast him, and then if he's on the other side, like, oh well, I don't give a shit either way. So, oh shit. Like, I could be completely wrong, and I literally just still don't give a shit. But I mean, from the title, because I saw his video in, like, the recommended as well, so... Just from the title, I'm assuming he was bitching about people being React streamers, even though he is literally also one. Like, unless you're making something that is like the content in my voluntarist playlist, you're not really, you know, the opposite of a React streamer, for lack of a better term. So, like, if you're playing video games, like I said, you're basically a React streamer, because you're using someone else's content, aka the game, to, yeah, probably gonna die, because I should have just walked forward and went. We're way under level for this area, though. But, if I cared, I would go back and level up, but... I mean, all that bullshit I was just talking about is literally just NPC infighting, so... You know, Wings watches all... Oh, hold up, I have to... See if that comment pops up, real talk. YouTube might have clapped that comment camp, and because for whatever reason YouTube auto mods shit, like, it'll come up on my screen because I have it set, since I'm streaming directly from my PS5, I have it set to come up on the screen, but if I look over in my actual chat window, it's not coming up, so I can't really... You said something about Wings watching something, but then, because the whole comment doesn't come up on the PlayStation window. Alright. Hulking skeleton! Hello, dear God, skeleton! Alrighty. Let's see, because our acid ability is, like, kind of one of the most OP things in the game, so we can kind of compete regardless. But it's some crazy XP. What the heck? It's like a... But I assume you're probably saying that Wings watches all the troll videos, because, yeah, because he's always talking about them. He'll be like, oh yeah, that new Lumix video is bullshit. Like, what? You know, but... Lumix, she's out there sneak this. You know what's funny though? Because X-Bottle, I don't know what he did to have the trolls dox him, but because that's like his channels are gone. I don't know if it, I assume his Screw 99 channel is gone. I never checked to see if he deleted that one too, but I assume he did. It's kind of like, I don't know what he did to piss off the trolls, but... I mean, if we're being honest, it's not like getting doxxed is like the end of the world. Unless they're, I mean, if they're swatting you, that's a different story, you know what I mean? But, so. Oh my lord, oh my lord. I need to go back online and stack a Borderlands team up.
Magic missile.
And by that, I mean, have a character that's not level 0. I'm probably gonna... I should just went for that right away. Alright. Don't know what died, but I'll take it. Relentless Skeletor. Skeletor, your mother. Alright. Yeah, it's funny, like, watching streamers and stuff like that, just literally infighting. Or like, oh, these other streamers are different, that streamers, they're different from me, real talk. Meanwhile, they're both low IQ retards. So, as low tier God would say, that should commit the sue, real talk. I haven't heard that, so I could say that in a minute, though. Increase gun... and damage? Increases damage, though. Oh yeah, why am I don't even... Never mind. I don't know why I was thinking that restoration was even an option. What the hell? I mean, if you're playing with other people, it's alright, but... not the greatest. Problem is, we're gonna hit a wall here soon, probably, where we're not gonna be able to go forward. But, we'll go with it. Yeah, mama! Oh, alright.
Stop.
Alright. Those are like the most annoying ones in the game, if I'm gonna be honest, though. So. I think, did I even go the right way? I don't know. The answer to that is no. Oh well. Well, some XP, real talk. I mean, none of like the starting missions even give much XP anyway. We'll probably get fucked over at the part where you gotta fight those 3 dragons with Roland. And I went the wrong way because, see if we can't jump up here. Real talk. Invisible wall? Damn, man. Well, let's see, jump! No way. Oh well. I figured we weren't gonna make that. Well, it's pretty hilarious. Like, oh, these guys are all just, and then all of their followers will be sucking them off like, oh yeah, you're right, man, all these other streamers are bad, but you're good, because even though you do the same exact thing they do. Even though, I mean, I don't really usually talk about stuff from my volunteerist playlist. Unless somebody, there was that one guy that stopped in, and we talked about it a little bit, not that long ago, but most I guess we stop in or just troll from like Wings or something instead of
That was awesome.
content like that. But I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, you know, the average person isn't coming through to talk about that, so I'm not gonna talk about it, you know. Although sometimes I just randomly rant about it for no reason.
Another dead end.
Like, oh yeah, but I'm
I just remembered, this next fight won't work unless Roland
the video.
probably just take a break until Roland shows up.
Stop it. Roland's not.
Ooh, I got an idea,
It would have been funny. It didn't get any traction, but I did the one video both defending and criticizing that Vosh guy. Talking about how, like, he's still dumb, but he's kind of close to not being dumb. If that, you know. If you would actually understand UPV and all that. And not be cringy. And not be a cringe pedophile, but... Although at the beginning of the video I did say I'm ignoring all, like, all that bullshit where it's like, oh yeah, it's obvious that he's the pedophile that should have a bullet put in the back of his head at any moment, but... I'm smart enough to be like, oh yeah, we can, like, ignore that just for the sake of the video, you know what I mean? But... most of the time, what the... he's not, like... I guess he should still be killed, but... I can still make the video without having to just be like, oh yeah, that's that, you know. Oh yeah, speaking of, this is not related at all, but Low Tier God was saying he wants to box KSI, but not in an actual match, in a, I don't know if he called it an expedition or not, but he just said like sparring, I think. But he's like, oh yeah, won't you want to be the guy that knocked out Low Tier God? We'll talk to the hero of the internet. Which he's kind of low-key right, but I mean, I don't know. So the problem is, I don't know if Low Tier God can actually fight, because most of the stuff he says is probably made up. And then, obviously, we all know KSI can actually... I mean, he's not, like, that good of a boxer, but... You know, he wasn't, like, utter dog shit, you know what I mean? Because he actually beat Logan Paul, so... Or he's the one who fought Logan Paul, right? Not Jake Paul? Because I know, like, Jake Paul fought, like, his brother or some bullshit. I don't know his name, but... Like... Deej or some shit. Fuck your mama. Alright. You know what's crazy? Then Logan Paul literally... I know it was, like, be like, oh yeah, it was an expedition match. But, like, Logan Paul still literally tied Floyd Mayweather. Like, what the fuck? It's like it's called Floyd Mayweather the GOAT? Yeah. Sorry, pimp, but... Even though it's an expedition, you shouldn't loot or tie a fucking random YouTuber that has, like, barely any boxing experience when you're supposedly the GOAT. Like, Jesus Christ, dude, your ass. But... And that's like fucking LeBron 1v1ing a middle schooler and losing. Like, shit. Be like, oh yeah, LeBron is old, oh yeah, but a middle schooler? Pimp, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's like, like, be like, yeah, LeBron, you're done. You know what I mean? Shit. And then his fans would be like, oh, well, the middle schooler was 6'2" and like 175 pounds, so I mean, I can understand why he lost. Or some goofy bullshit like that. Wow. Okay. The greatness of underleveled. Roll. Okay, for a second, what the fuck? Oh. Bruh, that's bullshit. God. I should have died there, but for a second I thought like a Roland killed it because it like went really fast across the sky. It looked like it disappeared. So I was like, wait, what the fuck? I'm garbage for that though, I'm not gonna lie to you. Real talk. Oh shit. Roland, you goofy ass, you're supposed to be like a crazy vault hunter, sucker. Couldn't even finish off 1/1000th of a % of the health bar for me. Shit. Pussy. Yeah, wait on that Elden Ring, no talk. But yeah, when it comes to Elden Ring, like I was saying, I don't know what build I'm gonna use, because it kind of depends on the starting stuff and like what starting, or you know, so. Fuck your mama. Because I want to do, like, the main thing I would like to do as a build is like a Legolas build where it's bow only. But I don't know, I figure you probably don't get to pick a starting class that starts with a bow. I mean, maybe. But I was also thinking of doing a Gandalf one where I just do full min-max magic build, because most of these psychos will probably be abusing the magic in the game. I knew that was going to happen. But, they won't just go full glass cannon because they are too scared. But I was also thinking of doing that, it's like full glass cannon, magic only, putting every, flask into the magic regen flasks instead of the health ones. Except, like I was saying like quite a while ago now, I don't remember how long ago, like towards the beginning of the year or some bullshit, that I don't know if they're gonna let you put all of the flasks into that, or if they're gonna be like, oh, you still gotta have 3 health flasks minimum, or something like that. Because supposedly, from what I heard, the flasks that regen your magic bar, you're supposed to be able to, you know, move health ones over to that instead of having a health potion, if that makes sense. So, like, instead of having 5, you would have 5 health potions, you could have 3 magic potions and then 2 health, but
this can't be helpful.
we'll see.
You fought well.
Because,
Help join your quest.
but what'll probably end up happening is like a bow / magic build, so. But we'll still call it the Legolas build. Just for the hell of it. Unless I can start zooming here in a couple seconds.
Hey girl, I was in that blimp looking for the queen before somebody burned it down.
Looking for the queen. Boy, you sound like a simp. What are you talking?
Who's this queen anyway? What are we looking for?
She's the most beautifulest woman in the
Most beautiful woman in the history of ever.
Chody's got legs for days.
Wow. That was
Reminder that this DLC
Tina.
reveals that Tiny Tina is a zoophile, or however you say it.
Got them legs.
Just saying. Oh. Well, then, when it comes to Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, from what I've seen so far, the Necromancer is going to be guaranteed the one I play as, no matter what, pretty much. So. Because originally I was like, oh, these 4 starting classes look kind of crusty. Then they announced, like, the bow one and the, Necromancer. I'm like, yo, this Necromancer look kind of crazy. Because it seems like one where everybody will be like, oh, this is so cool, I'm going to start as it. But then they realize that it takes actual paying attention to use because it uses health for attacks and stuff. But people will be like, oh, this is dog shit. And then one person will like put up a YouTube video, oh, this is actually the best class in the game. And everybody will start using it again. But it's like I just can't figure stuff out unless they get shown a tutorial. Which, that's why psychos are always going on YouTube or into people's chats for like Call of Duty or any FPS. Like, oh, what's your setup for the class? We'll talk. Like, bro, is your IQ so low you can't figure that out yourself? Jesus. Like, I can understand if you're like 10 years old and it's your first game and you're like, oh yeah, I don't know anything about this bullshit. You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't even do that. Like, when I first started playing Call of Duty, even I didn't do that. So, I just did whatever the hell I wanted. But
Queen's, not here.
I got the intellect and IQ. So, unlike most of y'all suckers, real dog.
Give me the blood fruit. We shall reverse the curse, then find the queen ourselves.
Here's the fruit, you fat fuck. Oh, major bag alert.
Give me the strength to undo the horrible curse.
Some of those TikToks are kind of funny, actually. Major bag alert. Major bag alert. I don't know. I can't remember how he actually says it, but something like that. Like, major bag alert. Something like that. But this might be AIDS. Yeah, this might be the part where I kind of chalk it because the kings are gonna have hella health. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Wait, what? 0 cents.
Twist! I don't know why that was a waste, but I mean, not really, because it still deals damage as well, because it slags them, but it also, I think it corrodes as well, and fire maybe? I don't know. I can't remember, I'd have to look at the perk. All I know is it's lags, which is the most important thing. You know what I mean? Okay, I did not think that was gonna have that. Wow, Sucker just lasered the fuck out of us. What the fuck? Oh yeah, you can't. Shit, that's eight. You can't get those ones when you're down because of the invulnerable mechanic that they possess. I realize we're literally like way under leveled. Because basically in Borderlands, anything one or, well, I guess anything 2 levels or more below is kind of a little fishy. Where are you gonna... So, no head? So... Only the real ones remember that meme. What the hell? This might be chalked low-key, because, yeah. Our character isn't high enough level. But, I mean, there's not really... That's the problem with games like this. The side missions sometimes don't offer enough XP at the very beginning. So... I don't know. I might not be on too much longer. I just wanted to hop on real quick, just for the hell of it. But, I'm trying to see where... Okay. Hello?
Calm down.
Hold that. What the hell? Where homeboy at? I'm on that ass! Out the way. Wow. Damn, that's some bullshit. Sorry.
Explosives!
Oh, see? Kind of AIDS. AIDS! Yeah, he resisted that. Now we have enough for one of those, So I don't know, like, is it, you would think, it looks like... Well, actually, I don't know. I'm gonna say it kind of looked like his back was a crit spot, but that's not really true. Yoink! Borderlands underleveled. A great adventure for all! Wow. But... No, I can't, get that, so... Kinda cringy, if you ask me. That was, like, almost the frame perfect. I don't know. But yeah, I think I might get off, because this is, not really that fun. Because I don't... You know what I mean? Like, if this was Tiny Tina Wonderlands, I'd be like, oh yeah, let's go actually level up on some side missions. But... I don't know. They didn't really add enough to, you know... warrant, I don't mean to... Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna get off, because I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? I don't feel like wasting time leveling up or anything. So... If I gave enough of a shit, you could probably do this part without having to go back and level up, but I don't care enough to do that, because I just random. I might hop on, well, I don't know. I was thinking of hopping on Call of Duty Real Talk. If the retards at Sony would make it so you swap games without having to restart the video, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how it's that hard for them to do, because, like, when I do this, and I'm looking at the games, this is, like, all it has to do is show that blue screen that shows up while the game is switching, you know what I mean? I don't understand why that was not possible for them to do, but... But yeah, there's not, you know what I mean? Because I don't feel like going back to doing the side missions, we'll talk. Oh yeah, that was funny, because I did the shift code for this to try, and it was actually expired, and they only had like one that they gave out for this little teaser type thing. I mean, it's not even really a teaser, because they did, you know what I mean? They didn't even change anything besides like the drop rates for the grenade mods. That's really it. Like, they didn't even bother changing the UI besides the like the saving symbol, but just kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I think that's probably gonna be all for now. I might hop on something later. I mean, we were playing for 45 minutes today, but that's about as long as I figured I was gonna play. Battlefield 2042 already saving up to 35%. Well, if y'all looking to get Battlefield, that's all. Do not buy that dog shit. You're better off buying Call of Duty, to be honest. But yeah, what day? The 18th is when Horizon Forbidden West comes out, alright. Because I'll probably watch some suckers play that. Talk. Because if I'm gonna be honest, like the chances that that game looks good enough for me to buy are basically 0%. I'll be honest. Because like I said before, I never actually fully finished Horizon Zero Dawn. Like, I played a good amount of it, and then I just used a modded save as well, so... It's just one of those things where it's like, oh, well, I would go back to it, but there's an obnoxious, like, opening segment where you gotta, like, watch the cutscenes, and you gotta play as young Aloy, you can't, you know what I mean? Like, these game devs need to learn that, you should allow people to skip crap like that. Because, like, oh, you're starting a new save, you certainly don't want to skip it. Like, people that have already played the game sometimes start brand new files, you know that, right? Like, oh, man. But I guess it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, it's the same thing with the original Horizon. I didn't get it until way after, well, not like way after, but after it came out by a decent margin. Because, I don't know, I think it was, like, overhyped, to be honest. Like, I don't know anything about the story, for the most part, or really remember it, but, like, the gameplay wasn't as unique and interesting as people made it out to be, you know what I mean? Because, the whole thing where you can, like, tie down the enemies, or the robot enemies, it's kind of like, yeah, that's interesting, but there's no, you know what I mean? There's no real substance with that. You're more or less just straight up attacking it either way. Plus, playing it on the hardest setting isn't gonna, well, most likely isn't going to reward you properly, so. That's why Asuka is excited for Elden Ring, at least a decent amount, because, personally, I would prefer games to have no difficulty settings. Like, even if the game is easy, that's how I'd prefer it. Because there's no, like, oh, I would like to play on the hardest setting, but you're not giving me any incentive to do that, so why, you know what I mean? Like, most games, the most incentive they give is to being like, oh yeah, you can get a trophy if you beat it on that difficulty. But, I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna dip out though. But appreciate y'all stopping in. We'll talk. Let me see if anybody interested is live on Twitch. Probably not, but let me keep that real. Oh yeah, you know what? I don't know if it's true, but I think XProMVZ got banned off of Twitch, or like banned from the partner program on Twitch, so he's not streaming on it anymore, because he finally got caught streaming to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Because if you don't know, partners on Twitch are not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to stream, like, it can't be simultaneous. You know what I mean? Like, you can upload VODs to YouTube and stuff, but you can't, or I think there's like a 24-hour period, or I don't remember how long it is, that you can't, supposedly, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why XProMVZ has not been streaming on Twitch, because it's like I got banned finally for double streaming. I mean, it's like I tried to tell him too, but because I was actually a mod in his stream, but it's like I didn't listen. See, we got Skimbo. See, watching Skimbo play Weekend League is kind of interesting sometimes, but the problem is he's usually not even playing the game. You know what I mean? Most of the time he's just sitting there. But I mean, Henry's the GOAT now, so fuck a Skimbo. Fuck a Skimbo. Oh yeah, like Gamer2323 is streaming, but right now he's doing just chatting. And from his title, it looks like he's going to be playing Mass Effect, unfortunately, but which I don't care about that bullshit. Like, y'all know I had, I think I streamed that like maybe once or twice. Mass Effect, Andromeda. I never played the story, but because I just got it for the multiplayer because I saw it was pretty cool. In my opinion, anyway, like the survival waves and stuff. So, I enjoyed that. And I actually did buy a thing of like the packs for that, which is why I had at the time. I don't know if they added anything nowadays, but I had the best weapon in the entire game, pretty much, but more or less. But yeah, I'm probably gonna pop in on my guy Gamer2323 and see if what he's doing. If he's playing Sifu or something else. Like I said, by his title, it seems like he's playing something different. But yeah. And then if not, I might check in on Skimbo real quick. And I don't know. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really feel like playing Call of Duty tonight, so I'm probably not gonna get on it. I'll be honest. But there's always a chance. Because right now, like, I'm not gonna lie, all these PS Now games I have, I'm probably never gonna play. Like, right now, I'm just keeping them, just for the sake of it, but it'll probably come around to July when my PS Now subscription expires. I'll be like, well, never played this trash game. Oh, I guess, is this game locked now? I guess the Overlord Fellowship of Evil game isn't on PS Now anymore because it has a little lock symbol by it now. Well, I mean, I played it a little bit. It wasn't really, like, it was basically a Diablo clone, but it had, like, a gimmick with, little follower-type things. Kind of like lemmings that, follow you around and fight the enemies, too. Or, like, do certain stuff. So, I mean, it was alright, but I think that was that game anyway. I could be confusing that with one of these other ones, but because I played as the mage with the ice ability, which was actually, you know, an ice ability, unlike other games where we're like, oh yeah, there's only a small percentage chance the ice actually freezes them. And this one, it actually always worked, like a game should. Like, don't put stuff like that in your game if it's going to be a really low percentage chance You know what I mean? Like, I can understand certain enemies resisting it and breaking out really quick, but at least, you know what I mean? If you don't want it to affect them, at least have them be frozen, but have them break out one frame after. You know what I mean? Like, at least do something like that. Speaking of stuff like that, but there's the new Lord of the Rings TV show coming to Amazon, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not interested, simply because it's a TV show. Like, I know suckers are roasting it, because, I mean, it's probably gonna be shitty, let's be honest, for these reasons, but people are roasting it because it's not gonna be, like, an actual canon type adaptation, you know what I mean, where they're following the books, because they're literally not only not going by the book, but they're adding new characters and stuff, so it's like, that's some garbage bullshit, you know what I mean? It's just NPCs trying to profit off somebody else's creativity, because they can't be creative themselves, you know what I mean? So they gotta piggyback and then make up randomness instead of using real creativity, but it is what it is, because I figure, I mean, I don't know how many seasons it'll be, like, if it's a one season type deal that they plan on doing or what, but once the whole series is over, I might, you know, cop it on Blu-ray or something, but because if I had to guess, it'll probably only last max 4 seasons at the, like, the ultra max, unless it's somehow, like, dummy good, but it probably won't be, because if they're not going canon, it's yeah, not not gonna really attract the viewer base that will, you know, actually watch it and be fans, which is kind of sad, because with adding, like, the new characters and stuff, they're just trying to pander to people who aren't even gonna watch it anyway. They'll post about it on, like, Twitter and stuff, but they're not gonna, like, buy the box set or some bullshit. But I mean, it is on, I don't know, I assume you probably only have to have, like, Amazon Prime to watch it, right? So I could just make a burner account and watch it if I really wanted to. I mean, if I do, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. But if I do end up watching it, it would probably be, you know, at least after the full first season is out. Like, watch the first season, and then whatnot. But, who knows? 'Cause it could be just another one and done pile of trash, you know? But because they're also, I didn't, like, look deep into it, but they're also apparently, like, condensing everything and, like, changing, I'm not sure, like, the one thing I said they're changing, like, the age of the Numenor or something. I can't remember if it was their age, I'm pretty sure, or they were doing, like, by constricting it, they were changing something, then to, like, make it kind of make sense, I guess. I don't know. As you can tell, I haven't really looked up anything about it, so I don't really know much. But all I know is they're literally not following the canon because they, you know, are uncreative NPCs who literally, physically, and mentally cannot be creative. This is how they were born, so it is what it is. That's why you see, like, so much garbage, low IQ, appeal to the lowest common denominator type stuff. But I mean, that's pretty much what this stream is, to be honest. But I also have highly intelligent content in my volunteers playlist, which is my actual, like, quote, legit content, because all this other bullshit I do is just parody bullshit to make fun of retards that have, you know, very, very easily replicatable type content. But people be like, oh, their personality. It's like, that's not their personality, that's literally autism. But, oh, man. But, yeah. Oh, shit. I think I pretty much rambled on enough to talk. Although I haven't talked about the Super Bowl, but... not really. I mean, I'm actually going to a Super Bowl party, so... But like I said on the Archfiend's video about it, I'm rooting for the Bengals just for the meme of it. You know, like the Harambe meme. That the one guy on their team was like, we're doing it for Harambe, real talk. So, but, like the LA Rams, I'm sure they're the heavy betting favorites, or at least they should be, with all the players they got, you know what I mean? But, considering how dog shit the Bengals were, defensive-wise, and, offensive-wise too, low-key, but, I don't know. I guess we'll see. That's gonna be all for now. Shit. Well, shout out to my guy Wertwinkle and Justin Koga and anybody else who stopped in. But, yeah, these NPCs out in these streets, real talk. Excuse me, I need to stop eating that chili, real talk. But, yeah, I mean, at this point, it's just sad. It's not, you know what I mean? I know people, like, there are some people out there that'll try to make videos roasting, like, oh, this guy's content is so bad, dude, like, real talk. He's clickbaiting and stuff. Then meanwhile, the same person that makes those type of videos, all their content is just garbage dog shit too, so, you know what I mean? So, like you click on their thing and then you scroll down their videos and you see, oh, 0 intelligent videos or playlists anywhere on here. Like, or it's like pseudo-intellectual bullshit like Vsauce, where he's just like, oh yeah, let me appeal to the lowest common denominator and try to get retards think they're intelligent for a second. And that's how people like that, and how, there's some guy I actually do follow on YouTube that does content like that, where, it's blatant lowest common denominator bullshit, but can't think of his name right now, though. It's just like that typical pseudo-intellectual shit where normies think they're based, so to speak, by watching his content. I mean, he has almost 1 million subs, so that's how you can tell, you know what I mean? Anybody with that many subs, their content is probably lowest common denominator bullshit. I know I keep saying that, but real dog. Oh yeah, and there was the new Jurassic World Dominion trailer that came out today. I forgot about that. I watched it. I mean, they're bringing back Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler and Ian Malcolm, but that's not really relevant. Although, like, from what I saw of the trailer, it seems like the concept, at the very least, is going to be better than the first 2 Jurassic World movies, so. But I suppose we'll see. You know, I'll try to scroll back real quick if I can't see this guy's YouTube name and call him out for his lowest common denominator bullshit. I'm not gonna scroll back like hella long, but we shall see. Yeah, like this guy, like, oh yeah, Your Movie Sucks was recently complaining that YouTube was claiming his videos. He's like, bro, you're clearly just doing it for money then if you're gonna complain, you know what I mean? Just put the video up. Whether it's not monetized, like, come on, man. I mean, I'm not gonna watch whatever it was anyway, probably, but, you know. Well, that's funny. I didn't watch that video, but because it was in my recommended review, Tech USA put a video. EDP445 was talking to children on a live stream. Well, The funny part is Review Tech USA also got exposed for being a pedophile, but suckers didn't run him out like EDP though. But yeah, I'm trying to scroll back, but because I haven't clicked on any of his videos in quite a while, so I mean, it's not a big deal. Oh, it's like, I think, it's something Tran or something like that. Like, I can't remember. It's not really that important, but it's just funny because, like, if you look at that channel, that's like the major, like, the perfect example of what a pseudo-intellectual appealing to the lowest common denominator type of YouTuber looks like. But I mean, because obviously, like, gaming content is all dumb bullshit like that too. But that's not trying to be. I mean, most game stuff isn't trying to be intelligent. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a few people out there. But yeah, I'm not gonna scroll back much longer. I'll give it a couple more seconds. But oh yeah, I forgot about that. Frenchcore, hardcore. Those songs are actually, I mean, most of them were trash, but I actually put a few of them into my personal music playlist because I just found out about, I guess you want to call that a genre, not that long ago. Oh yeah, this guy, Jake Tran, that's the guy's name, like extreme pseudo-intellectual garbage, where it's just basically statist drivel, where, you know, he's not smart enough to be a voluntarist who knows what UPB is, so he'll just bitch about, like, Walmart and then turn around and, you know, buy from Walmart. Like, the people be like, Jeff Bezos bad, but I'm gonna stream on Twitch and give him money by streaming there. We don't talk. Like, how dumb. Oh, shit. But that just goes to show that NPCs aren't capable of holding an ideology, so whenever you see somebody like that, where they do something that's the complete opposite of what their ideology is, it's kind of like, oh, well, NPC spotted, you know? It's like, oh, well, because you can't really blame them, because since they weren't born with the ability to think, they can't do anything about it, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way that they could actually ever hold an ideology, ever. Like, it's just literally not possible, so there's no reason to, like, sit there and hate on them for that, because they can't control how they were born, you know? But that's gonna be all for now. Shout out to y'all PIIIEMPs.